Alrighty, here we go again, bass drums. This is our second show chunk from letter C to letter G in Paradise Lost Part 1. Okay, we're going to take this, count it a few times, play through it a few times. Anything that needs to be broken down that's really tricky, we'll make sure to do that. Okay, but overall I think it should be pretty alright. We're going to do this at tempo. We're going to go 110. Okay, so not too super fast. Obviously, you're going to play a little faster in the video, but you can, speed it up on your own, hopefully, between here and there. Okay. All right. C, first 4 bars. Right. Lots of eighth notes. Pretty easy. Highlight your parts. Make sure you know what counts you play. If you need to write your count above it, that's okay. You shouldn't really need to, but if you do, this going to ensure that you're going to get it right in your sectionals or in a rehearsal. Right, go ahead and do that. Right. All right. So looking at the first 4 bars, if I'm bass drum 3, I play on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. Right. Notice that crescendo in measure 42 there. All right. All right. Here you go. Let's play those first 4 bars. 1, 2. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. All right, those are that crescendo there, yes? All right, good. Next 4 bars. We have 8 notes in the first bar, pretty easy. Bass drum 3 plays on 1 and 4 again. The next measure 1. Bass drum 1 has a 8 note 5 on beat 2. So 1 and opportunity, 4 and 1. 1 and opportunity, 4 and 1. That's how that'll go. Okay, next measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Right, bass drum 3 is on the and 2 and the and 4 there. And then 1 and the 2 and the opportunity. Right, notice that 5 there. Decrescendos. Digga, 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 da, 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 da. Right, so make sure that shape happens. Right, musicality is important. Let's play those 4 bars. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and opportunity, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and the opportunity, stop. Okay, and that's that 4 bars, right? Nothing too tricky there. Okay, all right. Looking at the next 4 bar phrase. Notice it's. I believe this is the show chunk that we did for the audition stuff, right? Shape, we talked about making sure there's shape there, right? Everyone attributes to that. Okay, if I'm bass drum 3, I'm playing on the and of 2, then 4, then 1, then and of 2, then 4, then 1, then the and of 2, 4, 1, the and of 2, and 4. So it's nice ostinato pattern, right? It's a good word to know. Ostinato, repeated pattern. That's kind of sets the base for what we're going on here, like the basis, I guess, the bottom layer, if you will. Okay, all right, those 4 measures. Let's try that. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 stop. Okay, pretty easy there, right? Next 4 measures. 16 notes in that first bar, some 8th note, 16 note pattern. The last 2 bars though, you have these 2 5-lets. 1 and opportunity, opportunity, 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1. Right, 2 8th note 5-lets, just like we do on 1 and 3, but these are on 2 and 4. 1 and opportunity, opportunity, 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1. Make sure that your feet are marking time through this and you're comfortable with how that feels if you play those 5s especially. If you don't play those 5-lets, make sure you mark time and count the rest, okay? Pretty easy there, okay? Let's play those 4 bars. 1, 2, 1, 2, 51 and go. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and opportunity, opportunity, 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1, 2. Right, nice and big there, big crescendo there. All right, we're gonna skip the next couple units and parts. I don't think we need to work counting quarter notes. I hope not. Right, going on, looking at the next 8th note little thing. 1 and 2 and bass drum 3 has 3 and a. Notice the accent tap. 3 and a. So the 2 notes down there, low accent. Right, make sure that happens. Anytime bass drummers, I write accents. I really do literally want accents and taps, right? Sometimes, like in that D section, it's a crescendo, decrescendo thing, right? There's no accent tap, like that shape is happening. Sometimes in the very beginning, it's just all loud, and that's fine. But if you see a lot of interplay between accents and taps, you need to observe those, okay? This is one of those sections, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and stop, okay? Bass drum 3, we have 1, 2, 3 and a 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and stop. Okay, pretty easy 2 bars there. We're going to add that to the next phrase. 8th note 5-lets, opportunity, opportunity. Yeah, bass drum unisons on 1 and 3, and then bass drum unisons on 1. Bisham 2 triplet roll, 1 lolly, 2 lolly, and then 3 and 4 and 1. Remember, we have these 6 templates. The check is almost always going to be 8th note check. So 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 and 4 and 1. Of course, you have a 3 in there somewhere to work on, right? Next thing, right? I don't like the sticking for this, which is bothersome. So looking at measure, this is 65. You should have a coordinate right hand, and then 2e and which is going to be right, left, right. So the sticking again is right, left, right on 2e and right, and then and 4e, same sticking, and 4e, right, left, right. So please take a second and write that in. I'll say it again, that whole measure. Right, left, right, left, right. Okay, that's an important sticking that we need to have in there and abide by. Okay, cool. So let's do this. We're going to go back to measure. This is 61, and we're going to stop at measure 66. So 61 to 66. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 measures. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and 1, and 2, and a 3, and 4, and opportunity, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 4 lolly, 1, 2, and a 4e. All right, cool. That should be pretty easy. Skipping the next 2 bars, unisons on 2 and 4. I'm never going to worry about those, hopefully. I shouldn't have to worry about those, put it that way. Next thing, 1, 2e and a 3 and a 4e, 1, opportunity 3, opportunity and 1. Right, Bisham 1 and 2 have the 5ths there. Right, and then we play unison on 1. I'll count those. I won't play them. Bisham 3, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Pretty easy there. Let's do those 2 measures. There we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2e and a 3 and a 4e and a 1. Opportunity 2, opportunity and 1. Sorry, Bishop, did you not play the and? I played that was incorrect. I'll count that again. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2e and a 3 and a 4e and a 1. Opportunity 3, opportunity and 1. Okay? There you go. All right, next chunk. Looking at the next 4 bars. A lot of 60 notes in this section, right? This is kind of a percussion feature moment for us, so everyone knows. F to G is kind of a percussion like, look at those guys, right? All right, if I'm playing bass drum 3, I have on the first measure the and of 3, the and of 4. The next measure I play on 2E, okay? The third measure I play on 3 and I play on 1E, and 2E and a 3, and a 4, right, and a 4 there, and then 1. Bishams, notice the accent patterns throughout this, really important. It's gonna, it sounds different. You can play digga 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 booga digga 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 da, and then it's digga 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 da, right? Obviously, the inflection of the accents makes that more exciting, more important. Okay. All right, let's play those 4 bars. 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and a 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and a 3, and a 4, and 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. All right? The next bar, yay, chord note, rest, right? Starting at 76, 60 note pattern. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 1. Notice that crescendo. Boom. Bisham 3 looks like you play on a 3E, which is a little different pattern. So 76, 1, 2 and a 3 and a 4E and a 1, 2E and a 3E, 2E and a 3E, right? 2E and a 3E, right? It's gonna be a little trickier. Okay, then this measure after that, you play on the and of 2 and the and of 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4E and a 1, right? Pretty easy. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4. We're gonna go right, left, right on that measure with the coordinates 8 notes. Measure 82, down to 1, 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1 lolly, 2 li la 4 1. That's an interesting rhythm. 83, 1 lolly, 2 li la 4 1. Say it again. 1 lolly, 2 li la 4 1. Then we have a 3s run. Bisham 3, you play on the downbeat of 3 and then downbeat of 4, unison on 1. Okay, and then we have a little second note, digga 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 boom, that kicks off in the G. Right. So we're gonna play that. It's a longer phrase, but we'll be all right. We're gonna go from 76 to G. All right, 76 to G. All right, just actually, no, we're not going to do that. Let's do this. Let's go 76 to 80. Okay, we're going to stop at measure 80. Okay, let's do that. 76 to 80. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. Ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Okay, all right. Now let's go from measure 81 to G. Or I break that into a small chunk. 81 to G. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ready to go. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, all lead, 2, 3, lead, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. All right. Oh, sorry, I did the last thing, G. Two things. Sorry, bass drum 3, I missed your 1 la lead 2 lead la 4. You play them la 4 and then 1. My fault. We're gonna do that again, and then we'll go all the way to G this time. Here's 81 to G. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Ready to go. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 la lead 2 lead la 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And that's our second show chunk, guys. Rep it, right? I know I only went through the sections like one by one, but you can pause, rewind, go through it a couple times, go to the next section, and kind of break it down that way. All right? Happy practicing.